Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, June 11th. We're looking at window traders, market profile of the ES and NQ. So it seems like we could just record these videos. We keep hitting all-time highs, and we keep having horrendous volume. NQ goes out with an all-time high, NASDAQ composite also. We go out with a price probe. We go out with a double distribution day and an afternoon pullback in H. So after failing to hold the trend day yesterday and failing early today to hold one, well, they hold it today and go out in fine style with a price spike, price probe, double distribution day at all-time highs. They're up in all three time frames. Righty took back yesterday's trend day, only to go trend up again today and hold it. However, they're still down on the daily. They barely took out yesterday's low, so you could kind of treat this as an inside day. But right now they are down on the daily and the weekly, okay, going into CPI and FOMC day. They had an afternoon pullback and one set of singles. NQ early on attempted an inside day down. Got the overnight low, and that was it. They failed twice in A and B. So instead, they tried to go with an inside day up. For the most part, didn't do well until late when Mo went nuts again. And we finished with an outside day up. We took out yesterday's low, but we closed above yesterday's high. SPY made an all-time high. Look at ES. Missed it by a tick. So they're weak against the all-time high. But they go out with a price probe. They go out with a double distribution day. Now, again, they took back yesterday's double distribution day, only to get another one today, and also have a nice afternoon pullback in F. When we took back yesterday's trend day, I did not expect to go trend up today and hold it. Now, we initially did in C, but it failed. So, again, I was quite surprised when the market spiked here in I and went trend. Didn't get hurt, didn't get caught. This market has a mind of its own, how fickle and fragile these short-term traders are. Again, don't be surprised after CPI, they take it all back. Who knows? But for now, NQ is up in all three time frames. ES is still balanced on the daily, but they're up on the big ones, the monthly and the weekly. Righty, on the other hand, having some trouble with the weekly and daily down. So in A period in NQ, I took a short. We got the overnight low. Took a short. Well, first I took the short against the POX in A period, which worked out very nice. Against the 9 wide and the overnight, and it pulled back, and I did well on that. Then in B period, I made money on one short against the 144 in NQ, but then lost on another one when it started pushing high. I'm like, this, they're not going to keep pushing low. And remember, we opened with overlapping to lower value right away. Now, value ended up going to overlap on a higher in NQ, but it ended unchanged because they stretched out so much, value low went lower. ES, on the other hand, ended with value overlapping a lower. We were totally lower early in the day in A, B, but then C period started changing that, and it ended overlapping to lower. So in B period, I made on one short, but lost on another one. Then I took a long to pop A's high. It was starting to build momentum. I'm like, the short game was over for now, and I took it and did well on that. I did short C period initially because I didn't think we would go trend. Remember, they failed yesterday. We had overlapping lower value. Now, I got paid on that, but then the second time it went up there and started pushing, I'm like, no, we're not doing that again. So that did work. Now, I also did it in ES. I'm like, I don't think we're going to go trend. I only made a couple of points on it, but we did go trend. We took it back in D period, but it did start trend. And then obviously late in the day, trend day held. So that's 2 days in a row, trend days held to the upside in ES. So I got fortunate on both those shorts in NQ and ES on the short side. Then an E period when NQ pulled back, took a nice long against the opening. They were holding the opening. Yes, they took back the singles, but I thought it was a good long, and it was. H period in NQ. I'm like, well, we failed to hold trend again. I'm going to short it. I shorted H. It worked. But then that was it. I started going higher. The one long I did take was in K period in NQ. I took a long in K period against the singles. But for the most part, I watched this move up in both ES and NQ. But still had a good day. The only loss I had was on that one short in B period in NQ. Again, I've been pretty good at staying out of the way, even though I'm like, okay, we took back yesterday's trend day, and NQ couldn't even hold it yesterday. I could get stubborn at times, say, well, we're not going to hold it today. Well, I didn't do that at all. Again, I didn't participate a lot on the long side, but I didn't get hurt at all on the short side. And I'm happy with that. Destinations. We'll start with SPY first. All-time high, 537.01. Price probe, 536.64. Single prints, 535.61 to 535.24. Second set, 534.93 to 534.81. Afternoon pullback, 533.55. And today's low of 532.05. ES. Today's high is 85.25, weak against the all-time high. Price probe is 81. Single print 70.25 to 67. Second set 63.50 to 62.75. Pullback on the nose 53.50, and today's low of 34.50. Now, one other thing, I got to take this line out. ES did get into the single prints from the 5th, but they held them. SPY never did. Now, look at this as we're speaking. Here you go. All-time highs now being made in the maintenance. Now, I'm glad that's happening before I get to the charts. A lot of people ignore N and O. And I basically do too. However, if the all-time high ever holds in N or O, there's no way I'm going to ignore that. And that would be my overnight all-time high. Now, I don't think that's going to happen because we see that happen a lot. And then as soon as the overnight opens, we're trading above where N and O are. But I want to make it clear, if N and O's highs ever hold as the all-time high in ES or NQ, they will be used as my all-time high. Okay? And then let's go to the chart. So I'm calling ES right now a 5-day balance. Now SPY did, right? SPY slightly stretched the balance high. ES just missed the balance high. So for now it's a 5-day balance. Triple Qs, on the other hand, finally blew through their 4-day balance. 21 million shares in NQ. Okay? Considering they average 42 million, that's disgusting. SPY averages 68 million. We're at 35. So it's a good chance we'll have 8 volumes ready this year of under 40 million. Prices keep going higher, and again, I don't fight that, but at some point, it will be a day of reckoning if they don't get more long-term money to come in and support this move. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Please check us out at camelbacktrading.org. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.